Gary Stein with Dr. Alvin Parker, Coach Parker. Big win for Virginia Union today. The Panthers 42-7 was the final over the Shaw University Bears. Coach, before we get into the game, let's talk about the Classic today and what that young man, and I'm going to call him a young man, means to you in terms of your coaching career.
I don't know if I'd be here today if it wasn't for him. He recruited me to Virginia Union. Gave me a great opportunity as a player, and then, gave me an opportunity as a coach. That started my career 20 plus years ago, and I'm here today. So, thankful for him.
Of course, talking about Willard Bailey, great coach, great mentor, great coach here at Virginia Union, and of course the coach of Dr. Parker. Dr. Parker, let's talk about the game. 42-7, 5 touchdown drives in the first half and 5 drives. What was different for you guys today?
It's hard to say. I think the guys, and like I say, I always say it, we just played Panther football. Those guys did all the things right, did the small things, the things that, probably been missing from some of the weeks prior. Those guys did it right today. So, and it turned into some success.
Keys for you. Let's talk about the quarterback, Mark Wright, who I thought was on target today, dropped him in when he had to, zipped him in when he had to, really maybe even a breakout game for him today.
He played phenomenal. And kind of been telling people that all along, we got 2 guys that can play, under center right now, with Mark Wright and RJ Rosales. So, it's always something good, when you talk about your depth, and your depth is able to show, when somebody's not ready or you put somebody else in and get them an opportunity, and you can see it. I think, he made a lot of the correct reads, a lot of the correct throws, and I was happy to see the way he played. You've
got a lot of depth in the backfield as well with Curtis Allen, Jerome Jones ran well, but of course Jada Byers is kind of the straw that stirs the drink.
Oh, yeah. I think the numbers he put up today was pretty reflective of a Jada Byers day, but I was able to, happy to see, Curtis get in the mix, and he had a lot of good runs, and then Jerome got in the mix too. We got a 1, 2, 3, sometimes a 4 punch, so we were able to show that today, so I was excited about that, and I was excited about the way the offensive line played up front.
Oh, let's talk about the offensive line, and you had told me that the left guard, Jamari, was back today, and he played a big role in this game.
Yeah, he played a lot today. We kind of eased him back, but we got about maybe 12 guys that can play up front. So it's he's one of the guys that's been here. He's an all-conference guy. And he was able to kind of get back. This is his first game playing today. So he played pretty daggone well, and a lot of the guys played well, so I was happy to see that, just the guys played well and everybody played to the level that we asked them to all week.
Before we move on to the defense, we can't forget Key and Vic on the outside.
Big-time players. They've been making plays all year. RJ's phenomenal. Ricky's phenomenal. We got a lot of other guys, too. Like I say, it's hard to kind of mention some names, but, those guys played well on the outside. Caught a lot of those balls that Mark threw, and everybody made plays today.
All right, let's talk about that defense. Getting off the field on third down was a subject of conversation that we've actually had over the last couple of weeks. Didn't seem to be a problem today.
I thought they did a great job with that. Coach Pointer and the staff over there playing for it, and they had a bitter taste in their mouth all week about it. So them guys stepped up and they played well. And we knew third downs were going to be the key, offensively and defensively. And those guys did a great job, on both sides of the ball. As far as extending drives, like we did in the first half, and the defense got off the field. And that's what we do, and that's Panther football.
Yeah, and Shaw, their quarterback, Christian Peters, was one of the top quarterbacks in the conference coming in. They got a big running back. They got a huge receiver on the outside, Belcher. You guys shut pretty much everything down today.
Those guys did, like I said, a phenomenal job. I think it was a personal challenge, coming off of, the last 2 games and it being losses. Sometimes you got to make personal challenges, to individual guys and ask them to step up a certain way. And I think those guys did. It was a multitude of guys that stepped up and made plays today. So, again, I'm happy about it. We'll go watch the film, and I'm sure some things we got to correct like always. But, I think the key is you can correct from a win this week as opposed to correcting from a loss.
And I made a comment during the game that Marvin Holmes was probably the loneliest guy on the team today. He finally did get a punt, I think, in the 3rd or 4th quarter.
Yeah, those guys covered it pretty daggone well, but anytime Marvin don't play, things are going pretty daggone good. So, I'm excited about that as well.
How does this make you feel? Because, coming into the game, you guys hadn't lost 2 games in a row in 3 years. So this was a position that you weren't used to. So how do you feel about it right now?
Like I said, anytime you can coach and make corrections from a win, it's always good, but you're correct, and I told the guys that, I had to go back and look it up. Our last, when we lost 2 back-to-back, we lost to Hampton and Valdosta. in back-to-back weeks. I think that was 21. And it was a time to get it together, put it in gear. So it was something that we was able to kind of coach up because a lot of the guys been here with me from that time. So it was something that we just got in gear, and again, everybody didn't want that feeling, and we came out here and played a heck of a game.
All right, well, the clouds are starting to roll in, so we're going to let you go, but we'll be back next week. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and congratulations.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
And that's it from Willie Lanier Field at Hovey Stadium.